All right, we're going to switch gears here, taking a live look from our Independence Boulevard camera. Clear skies. You can see the beautiful Queen City there in the distance very clearly. We're going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane with our complete neighborhood storm watch forecast. And Tara, from Hawker's live shot and from that beautiful tower cam, we can see that it is gorgeous outside. What do we have in store for the rest of the weekend?
Gorgeous, and heading into this upcoming holiday weekend, if you happen to have Labor Day off on Monday, it's looking mostly dry. And I say mostly because there is just a tiny chance of maybe a shower or two by the end of the weekend, heading into Sunday and Monday, but really don't count too much on seeing any good chance of rain anytime soon. We had some of that flooding, though, and talking about Hawker's report out there along the Greenway taking place over the Queen City last night. The cold front moving in and around the remnants of Ida, which is pushing by to the north, but all of that obviously is well on over and done with. We have got high pressure taking over, that sinking air mass squashing out even the development of any significant cloud cover today. It's been delivering the lower humidity. I felt that last night when I was stepping outside after the 10 o'clock news last night, already feeling kind of that cooler, more refreshing feeling air rushing in, and that is what we get to enjoy today with dew points that have come down into the upper 50s, and so not much of a heat index unlike the past several days to talk about here, and we are only sitting at a pleasantly warm 80 degrees in the Queen City right now, partly cloudy with still a north breeze, and that's that cooler flow, that cooler direction with the wind coming out of the north at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. We've got 81 in Concord and Albemarle, low 80s, Wadesboro, Rockingham, upper 70s and low 80s along the I-40 corridor, and nice, beautiful weather up in the mountains, low to mid 70s in the high country, where folks in the high country, a lot of them cheering on App State here tonight, and of course we have a lot of ECU fans out there as well, gathering out of Bank of America Stadium, and the call on the field is it's good weather all through the night, as you can probably guess. We'll keep the sky mostly clear and that temperature down to a nice feeling 72 at halftime, so no chance of rain in sight. And again, anytime real soon. It's going to be even cooler tonight. We will drop down into the 50s in the Queen City. We had 50s in the mountains last night, but the mountains will drop into the 40s come tomorrow morning. And just in case you're wondering, the last time we had low temperatures in the 50s was actually back in July. We had a record low of 53 the morning of July 4th. So that was the last time we felt kind of this cool out there. And you know, this time of the year, it's not going to last too long just yet. Temperatures do gradually warm up as we go into next week. But warming up only into the low to mid 80s again tomorrow afternoon. Humidity stays low under that mostly sunny sky. The muggy meter, not much of a change until we get into, say, the end of the weekend and early next week. Those dew points starting to climb back into the 60s, but nothing terribly oppressive or terribly uncomfortable when it comes to that humidity. Just a little more mugginess is what you'll feel out there. And that comes with, again, just minor chances of rain, a couple of showers as the front moves in by the end of the weekend, and then Labor Day on Monday, maybe a slightly better chance by this time next week. I want to turn our attention now to the tropics. We are now tracking Hurricane Larry, sustained wind speed at 80 miles an hour. It's moving west at 17 miles an hour. This is a Category 1 hurricane, obviously very far away out here over the open waters of the Atlantic, but this could become a Category 3, maybe Category 4 hurricane as it chugs to the northwest over the open waters of the Atlantic, and then by early next week, it's still pretty far away. Right now, it's not looking to pose any big threat to the east coast of the U.S. Folks in Bermuda, a tiny dot right there, are certainly watching this, but it looks like it will stay off the coast throughout its lifetime. But we'll keep watching it for any changes along the way. And you can see how temperatures will be changing going into next week, especially. We are back up around 90 degrees. So enjoy this nice little cool break while it lasts.